guys, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stand. Welcome to my channel. Ooh, it has been a while since my last video. I was doing the promotion for or brand new design, and hopefully by now you have all received your order. Sorry, it took me a while to process all the orders because now by myself I have to make the stamp, packing the stamp, shipping the stamp, create a video. It's a lot of work. So that make me think about should I do a Mother's Day promotion? Well, if you guys will give me some extra time to process the shipping, I think I can do a promotion for the Mother's Day. Okay, if you guys don't push me for where's my order, Lisa? I will willing to do that. Well, thankfully nobody actually push me say where's my order. So hopefully by now you have already received all your orders. If you don't, please contact with me and they may got the lost in the mail. So it has been a while since my last video. Today's video, I just want to show you a quick demo how you can use the same stamp to create all different kind of looking. And then you probably wondering, hey, where were you? How come you haven't created any video for a while? Would you like to hear what I'm doing for the past few weeks? I actually found a hobby for me. And then you know what, this car making for you guys probably is a hobby, and then it's good to have a hobby. It's so blessing to have a hobby, but for me it's actually like a full-time job. So I love to do it, but sometimes it's just a little bit too much. So recently I actually started a hobby that which I want to do a long time ago. Last year I got an embroidery machine, but I wasn't really into it because you don't really, doing something. You just program the your image and put the send it to the machine, and then they do the embroidery. So don't really enjoy that. So I am actually starting my pottery. So I found a private teacher teach me one-on-one lesson. So I take once a week and have been taking almost a month. I just love it. So I got a wheel, the drawing wheel, and then believe me, it looks so easy, but it's not. Everything takes time to build out. And then I watch a lot of video which make me realize that oh my god, there's a lot of talent artists outside. And then I found this guy, he's a great teacher. So beside the car making, do you have any other hobby? So by the way, here is some pottery I did. I did pretty well, and I really like it. It's not easy. You need a lot of practice, a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. I love so much, and I spent too much time. I actually hurt my neck, so I cannot do it for a few days because you can't have to like crunch your body and then holding your clay. It's not like the movie you saw in the Ghost that easy to just okay, but it was so much fun for me, and I'm so happy that finally I found a hobby that I really love. So for you guys, beside the car making, do you have any other hobby? I know some of you quilting, knitting, any potter outside? If you are a potter, and please leave me a comment, let me know, and maybe you can share some of your experience with me. Okay, so today's video we are going to I am going to use the graceful fly and the pink blossom background to create some of this card. And some of them is so easy, I'm going to just explain it to you, and some of them I'm actually going to do it just to show you how to create. So last promotion was this 6 circle die cut, the combo set. They are really popular. Actually, I already sold out the dancing hummingbird and the elegant tail feather. And then I know I mentioned that in my video, but because those two are so popular, actually I reorder another 100 of them. So I think I am going to run a Mother's Day promotion. So just give me some time to figure it out. So if you have those have eyes on it, and didn't get a chance to order it, so I am going to have a promotion. So the order now, I'm going to have a promotion in May. Okay, so and then once they are out, they are out. I'm not going to order anymore. It's just those two, they sold out too fast. And then so I have to reorder these two. Okay, so we are going to grab my stamps here. Okay. Okay, so actually compare with car making and the pottery, car making is a much neater hobby. You actually, at least you are clean and it's not really dangerous. For the pottery, it's actually a really messy job. You really need some strings on your arm and the fully control. So I don't know, it helped me to relax and okay, so let's do some coloring, and I'm actually going to use some different color. So the first we are going to just do a very simple one color with the markers and with one of the background, and then I'm going to explain something else. So I have two different kind of paper here. One is a little bit shiny glossy, one is matte. So those are not the regular cardstock, they are matte coat cardstock. You can get it from the Marcos. I will put the link below. So, and then they just take the ink better. If you don't have this paper, what you can do is you just use the stamp positioner and then try to stamp one or two times to be able to get the best image. So I am going to use markers. You can use any water-based markers that will do just fine. And then you are going to, if you haven't used your stamp for a while, remember use a sand block, just sanding the surface like this, and they will help you to ink better. So just to give it a try. You know, rubber stamp, there's recently I mean, in my last few video, I was talking about I have a hard time to find a matrix to produce a rubber stamp, and with a few wonderful people help me, I actually ordered quite enough matrix. So I think maybe in 3 years, I started this business in 2027. I think in 20 years anniversary, I'm going to retire. So I still have enough matrix that will last me for 3 years. But I think pretty soon the rubber stamp will be replaced by something else. Just like a pottery. Like a who is doing the knitting now? Everybody just buy the ready one unless you really like it. But I think it's going to become harder and harder for the people to find the company who is making the rubber stamp. So okay, we are going to same thing like a pottery. When I say this to my teacher, I say, oh, one day the robot is going to replace all the pottery. He said, don't say that. I pretty much believe it because you know, sometimes when you buy a mug and they say, okay, $50 is a lot of money. But after I start taking this lesson, I don't think so. $50 for a mug is too expensive, because if you know how to create a mug from the beginning to the end, I already think $50 is not enough. Yeah, but you know, it's just too sad. Let's hoping we can continue making the rubber stamp, and the other company can continue their business, and the potter can continue their pottery journey. Okay, so I have a paper here, so I'm going to use, this one is a kind of dark glossy. We are going to do the coloring, and then I am going to try some different colors. So, like this one, I kind of do the like a reddish color, which is really pretty. But for this one, I want to try some different color. That color I don't really use on the butterfly often. I'm going to try some gray. Okay, oops, wrong zooming. Big head. Okay, let's do this. You can see my table is very messy, huh? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a gray color. Like I say, you can use any water-based markers; they will work just fine. So I start with a gray color, and then remember when you color on the stem, keep your marker, keep your stroke one after each one. Don't leave a gap like that. Okay, you got to color piece by piece. Okay, so I start with a gray. I am going to have a little bit purple. Okay, remember, and this kind of stamp is a kind of shadow stamp and the detail stamp. So if you want to get like a solid image, you have to check your collection. You got to use a shadow stamp, because a shadow stamp you color on the stamp. The detail stamp you stamp the outline and you color your paper. They are different. So I kind of just use a gray, purple, and a little bit darker brown. I'm going to use the green color for the leaf. Okay, so take your time. They actually dry slow on the rubber. And then you can see the difference between the rubber stamp and polymer stamp is the rubber stamp, the ink will not run. So you can really see the color is really on your stamp. So it's just easier for you to color. So I color all the leaves are green, and then I want to blend in with a little bit darker green just here or there. Once when you color all your stem, you can do the blending. So I color a little bit green, and then I'm going to do a little bit darker black, just give some darting here and there. Okay, so you can see that's how I color it, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna use the dark glossy cardstock. Remember, this glossy paper is not a photo paper. Some photo paper, they work, some they don't. So I'm gonna just give nice and firm press. Okay, just make sure everywhere is nicely stamped. Okay, there you go. Isn't that pretty? I think that's so pretty. And then I am going to do a background, so directly on top. So for the background, I'm going to use a very light color. This is a new sprout. This is a memento. And I'm going to just use the cherry blossom background. So I always rub and tap. Okay. And I'm going to put it directly on top. Okay. Don't worry, it's going to look awesome. Oh, look my hand. This is a potter's hand. A lot of you make it the pottery make your hand actually pretty dry. Okay. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty, isn't it? Okay, and then we're going to do the die cut. So the die cut, all the combo set die cut, it comes with two die cut. They come with the circle die cut, and then they also come with the detail die cut. Okay, so the circle die cut, I'm going to show you. The circle die cut, you can cut a circle, and then you put your detail die cut on top. So it kind of creates some gap, and then I think that's one of the feature. Or what you can do, you can do the layering. You can just use a circle, cut a circle, and then mounting your card directly on top. So that's the other way to do it. Okay, so before I die cut, I just want to show you. See, this one is the one I use the stamp to stamp on the black ink on the gray cardstock, and I think that's really pretty. Actually, I'm making a sympathy card for one of my friends. She just lost her dog, and then I think this color is good for the thinking. The sympathy card. So I just use the black color to do that. Okay, so remember, you can use a circle as a layering. you can use the outside circle to cut a circle, and then you put the acetate in the back to holding the circle, and then you put your detail die cut on top, same as this one. See, it's the same card, I mean the same stamp image, but the different color is come out totally different, isn't it? Okay, so we're gonna do the die cut, and then you can don't do the die cut, depending on how important your friend is. If you want to do the die cut, you can do the die cut. So if you don't want to do the die cut, just put some sentiment, put some ribbon. I think that's a beautiful beautiful card to go with it already, right? So the die cut, you are going to take a little bit time to find your point, I mean some point, to make sure your die count is perfectly lined up. Recently, my eyes, my video is not good either. I think maybe I just staring at the turning wheel too long. Okay, so you are going to put the die cut on top, okay, and then make sure it's like this. Okay, try to do the. Okay, and then try to follow some of the detail. For example, those kind of dotting area on the butterfly's wing, and then some on the side. Just try to line up, and then you will be able to do it. Just pay a little bit attention to the detail. So, and then I'm going to run through the machine die cut it. I will be right back. Okay, so I run to the machine, and then you can see I have a very clean cutting. So when you use a detail die cut, you got to make sure you have a clean cut before you release it. Recently, I received a gift from my friend, and then it's a die cut, and then I found, and then I don't know, somehow like, do you have this experience? Sometimes you was talking about something, and then your phone pop up the information. So I received a die cut from my friend, and then I just say okay, and then some Timu commercial pop out, and then show it exactly the same die cut, and I said wow, and then the price is so good, and I said, okay, I want to, because I'm making my die cut, right? So I was wondering, how come the price is so cheap? It's even cheaper than the cost. So I ordered one. Okay, I maybe should do a video and then to share with you guys. So I ordered one, and after I receive it, I'm just wondering. I say no wonder, because this die cut doesn't cut at all. So you got to be very careful. Sometimes they are cheap for a reason, and see how detailed this die cut is. It will line up perfectly, so you just spend a little bit time to do that. And you can see some of these papers stuck on my die cut, right? Because I forgot something before you do that. Before you die cut it, okay, for example, this is your new die cut. You're going to use a wax paper just to wax the back of your die cut, and then you can prevent those little pieces stuck on your die cut. So just give it a try. Swiffer or the wax paper, they all work. You don't have to cut through your wax paper. You just have to rubbing with the wax paper, and then look how pretty this circle it is. Okay, if you're happy this is good. If you are not happy, what we can do is we can just ducking the side a little bit, but you know what, I don't think so we need it, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, and then we're going to put our die cut back here. I'm going to just put the reposition tape here for holding just in a second, and then I'm going to turn back, and then I am going to use this invisible tape, just the regular invisible tape that you use for with a clean finger though. The one you wrapping your Christmas gift. They are really invisible. You cannot really see, right? Unless if you have a dirty finger like me. So I'm going to just tape to secure that place, and then the extra, just trimming the extra. Where did that go? Boo Boo is in the background. He was complaining, saying, "You're too noisy." Okay, so that's what's my card. It's really pretty, isn't it? Okay, if in the like a behind it, if you want to color them, you can do that too. Let's try. Should we do some kind? Let's try one color. Let's try desert stamp. Did I clean this stamp? Remember, rub, tap, tap is how you ink your background stamp. So let's do that. Rub. Look, so pretty, so soft. I think that's really pretty. Can you guys see the color? Isn't it pretty? When you change the color, they change the looking. That's so, it's amazing of the rubber stamp. Okay, one more thing to do is the local inch rubber stamp is approximately 4.15 inches by 5.35. So it's a little bit smaller than the A2 size, but because that's the cheapest, most economic way to make the rubber stamp. So if you find out your stamp is a little bit too small, what you can do is we can fix it. So what I'm going to do is okay, I'm going to use just a piece of clear acetate and grab a magic mushroom here. And what color? I use the new sprouts, but I'm going to use a little bit darker color just to make a border. Okay, so doodly. That fixes the gap between your stem image. Very nice. Okay, like these. Okay. And then you can stamp in your sentiment or anything you like. Okay, so that's the first part of a demo for the coloring part. I'm going to share with you something else. Okay, so you can see the different color. This is kind of reverse. This one I did desert sand in the front and new sprouts in the back. This one I need the new sprouts in the front and the desert sand in the back. And then if this gap bothers you, you can just do what I did, right? Okay, and then this is something I think I mentioned in the other video, but I'm going to share a quick demo with you guys because I just mentioned that or background stains are around the 4.15 by 5.35. So sometimes if you want to make it like a bigger card, but the stamp is too small, so I think I mentioned in the other video how to do that, but that's just do a quick demo how you can extend your image. Okay, so I'm going to just show you a quick demo how to extend your smaller background stamp, and then this is what you do. So I have this 5.5 by 5.5, quite a big, right? So I am going to use the VersaFine impact. Okay, so you can stamp it, but I just like to stamp this way. So give a nice tap, okay, and you can use the stamp positioner too. Ooh, fingerprint. Okay, so I'm going to just try to put just stamp the first image. So I put on top and rub. Okay, make sure you rub everywhere. So that's your background stamp, right? It's really, really pretty. It doesn't matter which direction. And then you are going to just grab a piece. You can use acetate. Okay, let's use acetate. You can see better. So I just grab a piece of acetate. But my acetate actually is a little bit too thick. So actually, you can use acetate or you can use a piece of paper. I actually have these laminated sheets. It's half size of the laminated sheets, and then because they are very thin, so when I stamp the second image, the thickness is not going to bother. Okay, so now I'm going to just secure. I put the laminated sheets on, try to cover my stamp image, right? And I put the removable tape. And then I'm going to turn back and then secure my paper in the laminated sheet like this. And then now I remove it, that reposition tape. Okay, and then now I kind of masking my image, right? And then now I'm going to ink again. Okay, and this time, because I am masking my image, I don't have to worry about it. I can choose any place I want to. So I'm going to just do here. And ta-da! And I'm going to just remove that. So I extend my image. You can barely to see that gap. And then now, let's move this one away. The same thing. So the first, let me clean this one. I don't want to accidentally touch it. Okay, and then same thing. If you find here's a little bit gap that bothers you, you can use a piece of acetate or laminated sheet, just cover that, give it a little bit border, or you can just make a smaller card. I think if it's a 5 by 25, that won't be a problem. Okay, so that's the border. I think kind of pretty good. If you don't like that border, the only thing you have to do is just make a smaller card. Okay, so let me just clean my table before I put this one away. Don't want to get a dirty finger. Okay, so that's my background, and I think it's very pretty, right? Or what you can do, you can extend like a half and a half, so this borderline probably will be middle will be color cover a little bit more. So if that's bothers you, I don't really find it annoying, that gap. So that's another way to do the background, and the same thing you can just use your die cut a circle first, and then do the other part. And this one I actually just stamp one more time, just trimming my butterfly, so something like that. And this is the black. I just use my stamp to do the background stamp. And this is another one. What I did is when I create a card and then I just don't get that feeling, I try all different color. I try the green and I think it's too green, and I try this color is like a too light, and then I just try this green, and then I just don't have that feeling that that's what I want. until I did this. So this is actually the cardstock. No kidding, I have this cardstock over 20 years. I bought it when I just started my business. I still have some in the stock. So what I did is, you can see, I actually add a little bit texture. You can see in the this is a light green cardstock, but this is actually the same color from the inside. Okay, so what did I do is, I just found this is just a too solid green. It doesn't blending with my final project. So what I did is, I actually stamping the one of my background stamp is called this one, wood plank. Okay, so that's a stamp. I just stamping on piece of cardstock, and then I just die cut it, just like this one. So this is the card, and then I just use my detail. I just die cut this one. So instead of cherry blossom, I use this background stamp on the this kind of like a navy what's that word? Camouflage. Those kind of army color. I just use a dark brown color stamping on this kind of like a light brownish color cardstock, and I think that's goes much better than solid green or white, right? So that's just something, you can do. So be creative and use what you have, and then try to challenge yourself by using one stamp, and then see how many different kind of card project you can come out with just one stamp. I remember a while ago, or maybe if you go to my YouTube video, you still can find out. I was doing a card swap, and then, well, but now I'm kind of getting a little bit lazy, because it will be very interesting to choose one set and then ask all my viewers and to create a card, and then maybe we should do that. That was so much fun. We was using the feather treasure and meadows friend, and then we was like swapping. So I think, where was it? I think it should be in my YouTube video. I'm going to find it, and then I will post the link under this video, and you take a look. I think I received probably over 50 cards by using the same combo set. If you like the idea, should we doing another challenge by using one of the stamp set, maybe one of our new stamp set, maybe, or sea turtle stamp set, or maybe, or I don't know, flamingo stamp set. We can definitely talking about that. We can choose one of our stamp set, and we're going to offer an awesome deal, and you guys can purchase, and then you can join this challenge. So I remember, what did I do? I did it. That was during the COVID, so we got no place to go. I remember, if you send me one car, oh no, that was a car swap. I think I was offering a very, very good deal. If you purchase the set, and then you make a card, and then you send it to me, and then I will post everything online to share with all my viewers, everybody's artwork. If you like that idea, leave me a comment. Let me know. Maybe we should do that. And I will just offer the cost of the stamp set, or maybe I will offer some store credit after I receive your card if you are participating in this event. I think that will be so much fun to see everybody come out with all different kind of idea. I will find that video, and then make sure you check it out. So thank you so much for watching my video, and can't wait to go back to do my pottery. Yeah. Okie dokie. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye, guys.